That's how I be. First of all, what's up?
Uh,
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Y'all see what I got with me? Old Jeff.
I'm a little depressed right now because people, it's like the government makes everything so hard on people by making these holidays. I'm sitting here like, I love my children to death, and it's killing me that I can't be with them every day. But now every year, once a year, I get reminded that I had some of the most precious things in the world in my possession, and they were snatched right from me. And now every day or every year, once a year on Mother's Day, I get to go without my beautiful children that I carried for 9 months, that I breastfed, that I supported and brought into this world with my own body. Somebody else is enjoying their company and their time on this day. I've already been crying. I didn't want to spend Mother's Day alone. And a lot of people say, yeah, this has to do with your addiction. But truth is, my addiction stems from losing my children. I lost them when I was 16 because my baby's dad had domestic violence issues. And they said that I was too young and immature to know how to protect and take care of my baby, since I wanted to raise the baby with the baby's dad. So Children's Services took my baby in the hospital and made me sign it over to my mom before they would or they were going to put it in foster care. So I either had to choose between signing it over to my mom or putting it in foster care. So, and then the second one was my fault, my addiction, because like I said, living with my mom, before I was 16, I already tried to kill myself 3 times. So now she kicked my baby's dad out the day my kids were born. So now I have to raise 2 kids by myself, and I'm at home with my mom, and she's got this. So I think a lot of the drug addiction stems from that. And while everybody wants to blame it on drugs, there might be a small part that has to do with drugs, yes. But I'm not going to keep trying to impress people just to see my own kids that I created, because the law says I'm snatching your baby and I'm kidnapping your baby, pretty much, and giving it to them because they have money and they're rich. That's pretty much all it is. And I know I went over to this place earlier and I said Happy Mother's Day to these girls, and it must have hit a nerve because they were ready to talk shit after that. And, you'll have haters. Excuse my language. You'll have haters everywhere you go. It probably struck a nerve because they were doing this instead of at home with their kids. And I feel the same way.
Right.
But I don't take it out on other people. I take responsibility for my fuck-ups in my life, even though a lot of it, since the day we're born, it is already predestined what they're going to do with your life. And they have this whole thing around you, and they force you into which direction you want to go. What do? They give you, oh, well, we think you'd be good at this, this, and this. And then what happens? You end up going to school for that. Oh, we think you'd like this neighborhood because it's the best one. So what happens? You live in that neighborhood. Okay? Oh, we think these baby names are cute. So you end up naming your kids, and then before you know it, you're 40 years old, and they pushed you into a life that you didn't even want. You were pushed into. It's like they already have it pre-planned, like on the Truman Show. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's the truth. I didn't realize it until I got older, and then I looked around at everybody's lives, and everybody's living, the same life. Whether they're here or in another state or another city, they all live the same way. You go to work, and all the money you get from going to work and being their slave goes to the kids that they let you keep because they know you got money, and your house, your car, your food, and your gas to get you back to work, and your clothes to wear to work. You don't ever get rich in this country. I've never met a person who is actually rich. Yes, I have, but not that I could see. They always say that, but you can't never believe them. And I've seen wealthy people and a little bit of wealth, but for the most part, you can't get so rich that you own a country or an island. Like, it's just impossible. And then the rich people are so far in debt, they're not even rich. They're just on borrowed money. That's all it is.
They finance a lifestyle.
Right. And it's like, I'm so sick of everybody blaming all these addicts. These addicts were hurt. These addicts were scarred. They were kicked while they were down. people don't just use drugs for their health or because it's fun or they want to. And while sometimes it starts out like that, you start having a little fun partying and then you want to party every day. But once your human brain kicks in and you realize this ain't fun no more, this is draining my bank account, you wise up and you quit. Like I've done so many times. But nobody wants to be an addict. Nobody chooses to be an addict. It's almost like, even on the days where you're trying to get clean, somebody always does something that pisses you off, that makes you, or somebody will give you something free, and it doesn't matter. It's like the government or whoever's in charge predetermines your life, and they make you an addict. Like all the pretty girls are addicts. Why? Because they don't want ugly people being addicts, because obviously ugly people aren't going to go sell pussy or spend money as much as the pretty girls will, you know? So that's why they make all the pretty girls addicts. And they make all the men work, because that's what they do. They make slaves and they make prostitutes. But the only way to do that is by giving them drugs, because no girl in her right mind is going to do that. And they predestine each person for each purpose. You never had a chance from the day you were born. And now here I am on Mother's Day, and I have had all these beautiful babies, and all the money I've spent, and all the child support I've paid, and all the times I've cried. That don't mean nothing, because you know what? Where are those kids now? They're not here, and they don't care if I'm their mother. They're saying Happy Mother's Day to their nanny, because that's who raised them, not because I gave up on them, but because the world knew where I was going to fit in, and being a mother wasn't part of their plan. As hard as I tried, time after time, I had 5 kids, and every time I stayed clean and I took care of them kids, and then something would happen where the cops would come and say, oh well, you don't have custody of other ones, so we have to take these 2. And let me tell you, on my 5th kid, I stayed clean till I was due date, right? I was in a hotel all by myself. My mom said, if you don't give this baby up for adoption, you can't stay here. And I said, well, fuck you. I left. And I went and got a hotel, and I stayed at a hotel the whole time I was pregnant. Couldn't work, but I survived. And go figure, after I stayed clean the whole 9 months, okay, I left Texas to come back to Ohio to get clean, because that's where his daddy lived. And would you know, somebody showed up in my hotel room that night with drugs. It was the first time in 9 months anybody would give me drugs. Nobody would sell me drugs. I couldn't find no drugs. There was no drugs nowhere the whole time I was pregnant, and I didn't do them. And then it threw me into labor. They purposely did that so that they could take that baby. You know why? Because babies are worth millions to them. They just sell them. So when you think about Mother's Day and all these other holidays, you don't need a holiday once a year to tell you that you're a good mom or a mother, or to celebrate it or have to spend money. All that does really is just rub it in your face that, hey, you're a mom and your kids hate you. And even if I raised my kids, they'd hate me because I hated my mom. You know what I'm saying? So they don't need these holidays. Everything is all about money, but they don't care about the people, you know, who are really, really hurt by what they do. They just put you where they want and do what they want, and you're their slave, you know? So we had this argument yesterday about paying taxes. All you're doing is giving them money so they can control you. Oh, well, if I work in America, I gotta pay taxes. Okay, I can go right out here and ask this guy to mow his grass for $20, and I didn't have to pay no taxes. Why should I have to pay taxes to work? All you're doing is giving them money so they can control your life. They can put you in jail for anything, including if you accidentally hit somebody with your car and kill them. That's right there, you're going to jail. All the money you paid them your whole life just took the rest of your life because it was an accident. You should have got off. Speeding tickets. Now, all that extra money you made on overtime this week, did you really think you were going to get to keep it? No, you're a slave. Now you got a speeding ticket. So all the tax money you gave to them paid for them to come give you that speeding ticket so they could take the rest of your money, because you're not allowed to make money or keep money or be rich. You're just a slave to them. And they're going to make sure they get every penny. Trust me. They will literally come into your house while you're sleeping, and they'll switch out your brand new brakes, your brand new tires. They'll siphon your gas tank. They'll switch out your good jewelry for fake jewelry. You think you see all these movies where these people are robbing like jewelry stores and stuff? If they rob jewelry stores, best believe they went to every single house in every single city and robbed them first, and you don't even know you got robbed. But yeah, I'm a little depressed. I'm trying to take my mind off of Mother's Day.
Right. Do you read the comments on my channel?
Yeah. I have, and some of them aren't that good. It seems like, I never said I was pretty. Other people tell me that. But I guess a couple of them said, oh, she's nothing but a drag. I'm like, hello, I'm on here telling you about my struggle. I'm opening up to you and trying to relate to people who have the same problem. And then you got these haters that come in saying, you're a drug addict and you're not that pretty. But I never said I wasn't. And I don't need you to tell me that either. But it doesn't bother me because, like I said, I have way bigger issues that bother me. Not little insignificant people that want to put other people down because they can't look at themselves.
That's right.
So that's all I think about haters. Hurt people hurt people.
Right.
So when they're starting fights or talking crap or trying to belittle people, it's because it's happening to them. And now they feel like they need to do it to somebody else so that they can feel better on the inside. And you know what? If you have to take it out on me, then fine. Whatever makes you feel better.
Right.
I'll be your punching bag, your scapegoat, whatever. I've been it my whole life. So, but I mean, I haven't read all of them, but I know a couple of them were not so friendly.
Right. That's happy. You see me, I ain't get a word in. You got all off the chest.
I'm sorry.
Your interviews be real easy. Sometimes I got to ask a lot of questions and kind of coerce people to talk. But with you, all I gotta do is hit the record button and sit back and chill.
Oh, I got so much to talk about.
I believe you, but we're gonna get that another day. It's Mother's Day.
Okay.
And I got a couple of rounds I gotta make.
Yeah.
God bless you.
And let me just say one more thing. To all those children out there, your mom is not nagging on you because she's trying to be mean. She does it because you're her whole life and she loves you. And she doesn't know how else to relate to you. Just be thankful for that mother, because I just talked to my friend and his mother was in the grave. He can't say Happy Mother's Day. And if you have a mother out there, you guys need to appreciate her, whether it be an adopted mother or your real mother. You need to tell them thank you. Thank you for bringing you into this world and making you who you are, because most of the people I've seen are really beautiful. And who do we have to thank for that? The mothers. So give your mother an extra special hug today and every day, and make sure you know that she knows. Make sure she knows that you love her, because a lot of moms, they just think their kids hate them. So
Right.
just try to have a great Mother's Day,
Right.
and you too.
That's
Because you're pretty much a mommy daddy, a
Nah,
daddy that has to be mommy and daddy.
My son got a mom. She love him too.
Yeah,
This
but
much as me.
you're always with your kids.
Yeah, hell
you
yeah. Hell yeah. But I don't get that brownie point for that. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's what being a father all about.
Yeah, so I guess.
Actually, I'm going to look out for my baby mama now. She's a good mom.
Oh, you're so
Yeah,
sweet.
hell yeah. But God bless you. That was great advice to the kids. Try to keep a positive attitude today.
Absolutely.
Take this little donation money, go to Texas Grower House, get you some steak or some potatoes, and sit back and chill.
Yeah.
Don't nobody know what you've been through.
Well, I said my
Don't
mom.
nobody know what you've been through. Can't nobody judge you and say you're not a good mom. You this. You know who you are. You know what you've been through. You know how you feel about your kids.
Right.
That's all that matters. God bless you.
Thank you.